Hey everybody, what is going on? Late at night, Simonetti after dark, but we got a trade to talk about, right? So give me a couple of minutes. Let me get everybody to join. For the people that are in here now, I thank you, and go ahead and share this out. Hope you guys enjoy this template. It's actually still being worked on, but something new that we are working on. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I love how it looks. Let me just make sure everything here is good. That's correct. No, I just cancel. All right, Johnny, what is going on, my friend? How you doing? Is it true that Wilson and Cessa are gone? Yes, Wilson and Cessa are gone. And I think it's I think it's pretty telling here. We'll get into it. Let me go ahead and get some folks to go ahead and share this out. Let me share it out myself while I got you guys here. There it goes. Lower that all the way. All right, damn, cool. We got already well over 40 in here, so let me wait for these stupid ads. Can't stand these ads, right? So let's pass that up, mute that. Let me go ahead and share this. Copy. This is how I work all day, by the way, guys. I actually tell myself each move I'm making. In my head. Let's see. Let me post it real quick, and then we'll go from there. I actually like Luis Sessa a lot, so interesting move, but I think we know what's going on here. Live now. Join me. How you guys like this setup, by the way? All right, excellent, awesome. What's up, everybody? Yeah, Jamie, thank you, man. Get the likes up. Alberto, what's going on? Tyler, what's going on? Woo, what is up? Isaac, what is up? Alberto, how are you doing? Carlos, how are you? Yeah, so the deal is legit. Let's see. So the New York Yankees have announced that following Thursday's game, they traded right-handed pitcher Luis Cessa and left-handed pitcher Justin Wilson to the Cincinnati Reds in exchange for a player to be named later. So that is, I can almost guarantee you right now, that's almost a salary type deal. That's a salary type deal, undoubtedly. So that's to move some money around. They're moving money around right now, and we'll see where this goes. All I could tell you guys is, again, all that I really know, right? And the two names I've heard the most about, and you could go through all the tweets and see everything I've spoken about, and hell, even go back to, what was it, May? It might have been May when I was on a roundtable, and I said that I had one source tell me that Trevor Story undoubtedly is going to be a guy the Yankees go after. But then I heard from two other guys, and they're like, nah, because of money. I don't see it happening. So I never put it out there on Twitter, but I talked about it then. But then even now recently on Twitter, I've talked about often the two names I hear the most about is Trevor Story and Joey Gallo. To be honest with you guys, per what I'm hearing, per what is already out there, Gallo is going to cost more than Story is. I also believe the Yankees, we know the Yankees like Trevor Story a lot. We know that DJ LeMahieu was right there. And one of the good things that Ozzie Guillen Jr. pointed out to us was since they're such good friends, undoubtedly the Yankees have got information from DJ LeMahieu if Story would want to stay and play in New York, if there was an extension offer or if that ever came to that. They're not going to want to trade for this guy knowing that he's just going to walk away. It would be stupid. But the good thing is, it's not going to cost what it's going to take to get Gallo. The Rangers are hell-bent on getting a lot for Gallo. Let's what keep him. So they're in a really good spot right now. So when you look at something like this, it probably opens, if I can guess off the top of my head, if the Reds do not if they take on most of this salary here, which I got a feeling they probably are, considering it's just a player to be named later, and Cessa's actually a good piece. He's not bad at all. Wilson, take him. It's probably going to be roughly about $2 million, maybe 1.75. It's going to be around that number. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's the final piece to maybe get somebody over here like a Trevor Story, I got a gut feeling, and this is not nothing I've been told. I have a feeling that the first offer from Brian Cashman was almost like a test run. It was likely your it was very much likely your guys that hold on one second. I'm sorry, my team is just trying to help me get it out, get the video out there. But it's more likely that was done as a test, as to say, let's see what it looks like, right? Let's see what maybe guys that we have to protect, that we're gonna have to add to the 40-man. Some of these guys that may not be part of even 2022, and we'll have to move them anyway at some point. And the Rockies may have said, nah, this ain't it. And it gives you a basis point, right? You kind of see if they're going to check swing. Are they going to lay down the button here? You get an understanding of maybe where they are. I think a lot of it has to do with that. Brian Cashman is very well known for playing chess. He is very well known for, hiding out and then jumping in and making a deal. So, again, there's basically almost two different things here. Now, Gio, my understanding is I see you say $1.5 million for Sessa and $5.5 for Wilson. Now, I don't believe that is actually, that's not actually counting what they have the rest of the year. So if it's the rest of the year, my understanding is, based off a text I got, is actually around the $2 million mark. Because that's the salary for the year, but you got to go by what they've actually been paid and what they're owed the rest of the season. And it should come to around that amount that'll hit the actual luxury tax. Because, again, guys, if this kind of tells you and shows you something, the Yankees are not keen on going over. And that's something, obviously, we've known already, right? So they're not very keen on going over. But I've had a lot of people ask me, oh, he's on a 2-year deal, right? So I don't have these numbers in front of me. Wilson was owed $975,000 the rest of the year. Yeah, so it should be around $2 million overall. Is what I got back, around a little under 2, so we know the amount, right? We know where that's at. For me though, a lot of people have brought up and asked me, is this the best deal? And by the way, Story did come out of the game, but they're also up by 10, and he did take a pitch off his hand. So it could be one of two things. It could be that, hey, we're up by 10, rest them, or it could be, maybe we're gaining some traction here. Let's get him out. We don't need him to get another at bat. We're up a lot here. Maybe we get a deal done. God forbid we risk him injury, and we see what we do. Texas is long done. That game is over. Gallo homer today. But I'll be honest with you guys, man. The more I'm hearing about Gallo, the more I don't really see it happening, just because of what they're asking for. They're asking for potentially 3 of your top 10. The Yankees aren't going to do that. We had Eli Fishman on earlier. If you guys didn't watch that video, watch it. If you have any interest at all in prospects, watch it. It is an A+ video. Not just because it's me and Francis. I mean, we're always A+, but Eli is really knowledgeable. If you want to learn about prospects and you want to learn about the Yankee system and hear what he, this guy talks to scouts all the time, and hear what a lot of these guys have to say about our prospects. He's heard that Volpe is unavailable. They're not looking to move Volpe. They believe he's the shortstop of the future. Peraza, they're only going to move in a really strong deal. I don't see the Rockies getting anybody like that. I don't see them getting a big name unless a Gray or somebody else is added, and then the Rockies are willing to meet the Yankees at some sort of dollar amount. So it's interesting. I've also had people reach out to me and say, Pete, are you cool with that deal? Is it a deal that you would consider doing? Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a Yankee fan, right? I'm a Yankee fan. Francis likes to say this, and I love it. We're fanatics, right? We're fans. We're fanatics. I would be happy to eat my words and see the Yankees win this year. I'd be happy as hell to say that. I don't think a Trevor Story puts the Yankees at a point of where they're winning a World Series. I just don't. I think there's still a lot of problems with this club. But again, would I obviously root it on? Yes, of course. I'd be the happiest guy on the planet, just like all of us would be. We could talk shit all we want, bullshit, and say I don't like this, I don't like that. But at the end of the day, we're fans of this club. We're gonna root on almost anything they do. We may disagree with some of it. I would disagree with a lot of the Story deal. I said it a while back. If the Yankees get a guy like Story, if they could re-sign him, shit, I'm down for that. Man, sign me up. That's cool. That's great. If they could sign him, that's awesome. But per my understanding too, is that he's not really willing. He wants to see what free agency looks like. This is going to be a big one. This is the big one for him. So, you can't really, disregard that. But the cool thing is, even if he were to come here, if that is the deal the Yankees end up making, if it does go that way, it gives the Yankees a lot. Ozzie Guillen Jr. even said, playing for the Yankees, it's the mecca of sports, right? You go to New York, it's so different than anywhere else. It's the top of the line. Then you see what the Yankees do. You're going from Colorado to the Yankees if that's the case. You see what the clubhouse is like. You see what the travel is like. You see what everything of being a Yankee is like. And folks, that is still top of the line. We know that. That's still top of the line. So all of that is still top of the line. The thing about it is, you see all that stuff. You see what it's like. We've heard players say that before, that, man, just playing here is just unbelievable. And, that builds on a guy a lot. So maybe he does see stuff like that and goes, all right, I want to be here. I want to make a deal here. And the Yankees also got leverage because every team can put all these shortstops against each other going forward in the offseason. There's so many different guys out there that's available. So it makes a lot of sense of where we are. And Mad Max does not want to be on the Yankees. Apparently not. Apparently he's not. He wouldn't be, throwing his arms in the air to come play for the Yankees. But it is what it is. Story has a 733 OPS and another right-handed bat. Not a long-term solution. I think he would be. I think he would be a long-term solution at shortstop if that's what they want to do. We've seen Volpe play second base today. And again, guys, guys have down years, right? Guys struggle a little bit. A hitter's a hitter. I'm not concerned at all about. I'm not concerned at all about him going from Colorado to New York. I'm not concerned about that at all. Not at all am I concerned about that. A good hitter is going to hit everywhere. We've seen it with Arenado. We've seen it with DJ LeMahieu. I said it before. Todd Helton would have hit anywhere. The best players on those teams will hit. He'll hit here too. And apparently, there was that MLB Network thing that showed how many homers he would have actually had if he played at Yankee Stadium. Now, I'm not always a big fan of that, but that's always good. 161 River Ave. I see Max headed to Los Angeles. I could see that too. I could definitely see that too. I think Scherzer, I got actually a pretty good connection in D.C., and I mentioned them earlier. I actually texted them. I was working out on the Peloton, and I texted them when Trey Turner came out the game just to see if there was something up there. And I got a text back probably about an hour ago, so way after that happened. And they basically told me that everything around the camp is that he's going to be moved, that he likely will be traded unless somehow an agreement was worked out where they did an extension, which is not likely at all. So I do think Max Scherzer is going to be moved. By the way, guys, if anybody wants to comment too, you guys know I always want your input. There are extra things that are going to be on this template, but I really like it. I think it's really clean. I think it looks nice. But I'm always willing to take your guys' feedback. If I go live going forward, it's going to be on here, and during games I can have, the score up there, game day up there also, that I can actually watch the game while going live. So interested if you guys have any feedback on it. Let's see. Gio, could they use the $7 million to go for a Story rental and pacify the save of him? Yeah, I mean this move wasn't made. This move wasn't made just to get rid of money. This move wasn't made just to maybe get a decent prospect back. This move was made, in my opinion. Now, I haven't had a text message or anything. That's why I wanted to go live just in case. I haven't had no message or anything that says, Pete, no, it's because of this. But obviously, I think it has something to do with that. I mean, to me, you only put two and two together, right? It makes a ton of sense. So we'll see where this goes or what happens. And I'll stick with you guys for a little bit longer. And we'll go from there. But I definitely believe that this just has to do with another deal that is definitely coming up. It makes all the sense in the world. If you guys remember, too, so according to a message I just got, it looks like overall, based off the luxury tax, the Yankees will save about $3.5 million on this deal. And we'll see. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys now. If I had to guess what will happen, I could only go over what I've been told, what I've been reporting, and then again just basic knowledge. This move, I can't believe this move was made for any other reason besides adding somebody. I think the two names again is Gallo and Story, and I think Story still makes the most sense for this club, just because of what it's going to take to land him. Again, Cashman, I knock Cashman a lot, but Cashman's been around, he's an old dog, put it that way, right? He's an old dog in this game now, and he has his tricks. He knows what to do. I think a lot of that was, again, pushing a deal out there, seeing what the debate would be, what the response would be, and then going from there. Nobody's going to come knocking on the Rockies' door saying, hey, we're going to offer you 3 or 4 top guys for Trevor Story. That's not going to happen. One, he's a free agent, and most teams aren't going to afford him. And two, he's not having the best year possible. He's not blowing things up over there. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, 161 River Ave. You're right. You're definitely right. You're 100% right. Matt, how you doing, my friend? You're right about that. Sessa is a very good he's a very good pitcher. Sessa has done a very good job. I've been saying it for a while. I'm surprised Cessa, teams have to been calling the Yankees about him. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think the Yankees will get a decent guy in return, for Cessa. Now, if that's something they're gonna flip, I don't know about that. But I think a lot of the money is going to be taken. And again, too, they could have added Cessa add Cessa to give you Wilson. You pay that money. But I do think there's going to be a player coming back with also most of that money being taken from the Reds. You think Gallo is possible? Gallo is possible. The thing about Gallo is the more and more you hear about is the more and more the Rangers want, because they're kind of sitting back right now saying, look, we could still evaluate our club for next year. We don't have to trade this guy right now. And if we do, he has a full year next year. You're going to have to pay us for that. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong on that. There's not a lot of impact bats out there. Really none, if you think about it, that are like truly exceptional. You don't have somebody out there like that. So at the end of the day, when it comes to a Gallo, they're going to have to get some money for him. They're going to have to get a lot for him. Like we told them, they're going to have to get the cannoli. You know what I mean? It's going to be the whole bakery. You got the cannoli, you got the fresh bread, you got everything there. You even got the mozzarella over there. You got everything, That's what it's going to take to get a guy like Joey Gallo. They're not going to just say, give us a 1 through 5 guy and then a couple of 10s out there and we're okay. It's not going to be that. They're going to want a lot for him. Yes, Sessa has been very good. Sessa has been very good. Story's going to want a lot. But that's what you got LeMahieu there for. You know what I mean? And I bring that up because, again, Ozzie Guillen Jr. made a lot of sense about that. He said flat out, he goes, guys do this all the time. People act like, baseball acts like that stuff doesn't happen. They go above and beyond. They reach out to a guy like LeMahieu. Hey, man, you guys chat. You're close with him. Let us know about him. Let us know what's going on with him. We know Garrett Cole does that. We know all that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I think the Yankees probably have an understanding already of where a guy like Trevor Story is. And hell, look, we might be surprised. They might land a name that none of us even thought about. You know what I mean? David Peralta. Who knows? I mean, it's possible. A starting pitcher could be possible that we're not really talking about. We don't really know that right now. So, hang tight. Again, most of us are basing, things that we've been told or information that's already gathered out there that the public knows more of. And it comes down to really the two big names, Story and Gallo. So my understanding is, I think personally on my end, it'll end up being Gallo just because I know how much they were working on it yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. So, Pete, do you see it as just Story? And this is from Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. As a second piece to the Yanks, prospects, players to Colorado. It could go one of two ways, right? It could go one of two ways. It can go as a deal straight up, and the Yankees offer a decent package, nothing special, nothing that's going to hurt them. To be honest, it's not going to really hurt us as a fan. It's not. It shouldn't cost that, and everybody really knows that already. So it'll cost something along those lines, or maybe they add a John Gray, and that would be great. Look, as a fan of the Yankees, I would give Cashman a high five on that one. Being real with you, I would give him a high five on that one. If you could get a John Gray and you could get a Trevor Story, that's good. Tyler always got the gabagool. We always got the gabagool. We're going to keep that type of deal. You keep the gabagool, right? You offer the cheap hams and stuff like that. You keep the gabagool. The Yankees have a lot of right-handed hitters, understandably. He improves them on defense, and hell, everything you hear about this dude is that he's a leader. The Yankees need that. Stanton's not the guy. You know what I mean? Stanton's not a leader. He doesn't want to be that. They can't force him to be that. 161 Story was pulled from the Colorado game. Yes, he was. In about the 7th inning, they were up by 10 runs. And maybe before you got on, I said it. That could be a couple of things. That could be that they know that, there was a lot being worked on yesterday. Maybe a call was made during that game and there was still some conversation. And they said, hell, we're up by 10. Let's get him out the game. We could see something happening. Or it's just they're up by 10 and be cautious with our guy that we're probably going to trade. So it could really be one of two things. Did I see the Gallo interview tonight? No. Maybe it's the one you're talking about. I don't know if that was tonight, though, that he was talking about being a Yankee fan and Jeter was his favorite player and all that. I did see it, yeah, if that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing. I think he was pulled because they were up by 10, and you don't want that guy getting another at-bat for no reason. Yeah, I'm upset about Florial getting sent down, man. I really am, but, we don't know if Florial's a part of a deal. Colorado could use Florial. They could use an outfielder. You know what I mean? A lot of teams could use a guy like Florial. Unfortunately, maybe the Yankees don't see value in him as much as I'd hoped, because I just think he's excellent. Oh, you said in his interview tonight he basically said goodbye to Texas. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see anything about that at all. Let's see here. Okay, nothing. I just wanted to make sure we had something else there. Let's see. What else do we got? What is a name people aren't talking about, Pete? I could see maybe something being pulled out of nowhere by Andrew Benintendi, possibly. I said a David Peralta, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. You guys gotta remember one thing, and I think there's a lot of Yankee people that would also agree with this. The Yankees are one of the teams that really leak nothing. Brian Cashman has created a very small group around him. Years ago, and even going back to the Boone signing and Stanton, it's probably like over the last 2.5, 3 years, where the Yankees have gotten very, very close-knit on what information is leaked out there. That's why you don't get a lot of reporters, they don't give you a heads up of deals that are being made. They don't do that really because it's hard with this club. I remember when Boone was signing, I was told on his first interview to announce it, that he's going to be the manager. That's how much things leaked then. And it got to me immediately, and I put it out there, and obviously, that obviously happened. And then even with the Stanton deal, and even when the Yankees were closing in on trading for Cole, all that stuff was almost like out in the open. A lot of people knew about it. They're a very different club now. They are a very, very different team now. Very different team now. Johnny, I don't know if something happens tonight, but I definitely think something's gonna happen pretty soon. I also say Boone gotta go. I'm not a fan of Aaron Boone. He's gonna have to really win me over. Sal, thank you. I just got your DM with the interview there, so I appreciate it. Barrios and one of the outfielders. So if it's a deal, um, Timothy, Pete, did Don call out you guys? Yes, I believe he actually called out NYY News, our team. So I don't know who he was specifically talking about, but he definitely called out New York Yankees News on Twitter, which is us. NYY News is our team. Me, Felix, Francis, Austin, Joe, Arby. Doing big things, doing great things over here, guys. This is going to be the spot to be at if you're a Yankee fan. Trust me, more and more even coming. A lot more coming. But a Kepler and a Barrios is going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a lot. And again, guys, this is why I'm like, you could almost put two and two together, can't you? Everything you hear, and again, this is coming from myself. Guys like Eli. Eli is in the know. Eli talks to a lot of these guys in the minor leagues. I'm telling you, watch that interview. It is absolutely A+. Watch that interview. He talks to these guys, and a lot of scouts have even told him, they're hell-bent on dealing a guy like Volpe. They're not going to. They don't want to necessarily deal a Peraza. They will in the right deal, but how much of those right deals are out there? Do they do that for Gallo? I don't know. So they're unwilling to give up top guys. Could I see them giving up a Garcia, a Schmidt? Yeah, I could see those guys going, definitely. I don't think a Volpe goes. We know Dominguez goes nowhere. We know Peraza is probably not going to go unless it's a larger deal. But if the Yankees feel that they can do a lot in the next few years, a guy like Peraza is not far away. Peraza is going to be in the major leagues next year, more than likely. So, we'll see what happens there. Jamie, that's a good point, and that's something that Team NY News has been talking about for a while now, is, if they did add a Trevor Story, well, we're hearing now that Luke Voit is close to returning. What do you do? Do you honestly just say, the hell with it, we're going to put Story in center field the rest of the year and see what the hell happens? I don't know about that. I don't know if that's the best idea. We've kind of seen that all year of guys not playing their positions. And would the Yankees be the people doing that? It's funny too. We're talking about Story. Watch it be something else. But I don't know, guys. I'm kind of waiting on a text to just be like, Story's the deal. And we'll see, but I got a feeling this Story. Based on everything I'm told, based on what kind of makes sense at this point, I got a feeling it's going to end up being that. Do I think Torres is still untouchable? Yeah, the Yankees are still very high on Torres. The Yankees are still very high on him. As much as I am not, and probably a lot of the fans are not, the Yankees are still very, very high on him, so we'll see. Thoughts on Kepler? I like Kepler. Numbers aren't cute. You know what I mean? That's the one thing about Kepler. I like him. I don't dislike him at all. I do like him. But we'll see. We'll see. Look, good outfielder, lefty bat, got power, low on base percentage. Guys, I'm still an old school type of guy. I kind of like batting average a little bit. I like walks. I like that old school Yankee mentality, right? I like speed at the top of an order. I like athletes. I'm still kind of there. I haven't ever gone away from that. And I really can't. I can't go away from that. I think that's the best of baseball. Sports talker Tyler, my good friend, says Cashman knows he has a GM on the ropes. You don't trade Sessa and Wilson unless you know you have a GM creeping towards the finish line. I'm right there with you. I agree 150%, and that's why I wanted to go on this live, because I just feel like any minute now, or if it's not any minute now, it'll be early in the morning or something like that, or tomorrow. I could definitely see something happening. Undoubtedly, I could see something happening. Jim Duggan, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Story plus John Gray. That's possible. That's very possible. I mean, that'll be great. You know, I'll be cheering for that one. I'd be cheering for that one, no doubt, because I do know the Yankees have had interest in John Gray in the past, and we know they got interest in Story now. So yeah, I mean, if that ended up being your deadline, you added the relief pitcher, you added the starting pitcher, and you added the offensive talent. You know, and a guy that maybe could step this team up as a leader the rest of the year. So, hey, Brad, thank you. Hey, as many comments as I get on the new template, that is great. This is Felix's work. He does a tremendous job. We're still building this actually for everybody at the team here. So, yeah, guys, like I said, we are looking to be the go-to for Yankee news, no matter what it is. No doubt about it. And this is just the beginning. Would love to have Soto. Yeah, everybody would. Everybody would, man. Everybody would love to have him. No doubt about it. Everybody would love to have him. Let's see. What is this? Oh, that's that. Okay. It'll be interesting. It really is. You know, it's the one obvious here is that the Yankees didn't do this for no reason. So guys, you know, we're all just trying to solve the puzzle, aren't we? We know something's coming. No doubt about it. I was gonna say, man, if the Yankees ever didn't do anything this deadline, it's just so bad, because we know how bad this team has played, and the Yankees could very well just throw in the towel here, right? And just say, you know, guys, at the end of the day, we're going to move as much as we can and figure something out. But, you know, if they show a little something and go from there, that would be great. Yes, Bobby Bannon will be on Thursday, Gio. Bobby Bannon will be on the podcast on Thursday. That is going to air on Sunday. That'll air on Sunday. Eli was also going to air on Sunday, but Eli's was so damn good, and we were working with like 20 minutes. And then Eli and me and Francis, we just go for an hour. And we're talking everything prospect. Eli has such great connections when it comes to Yankee prospects. I learned a lot from just that conversation. And yeah, man, it's going to be good. I always said I would retool. And look, I'm not a GM. You know what I mean? I never claimed to be Brian Cashman. I don't think, you know, any of us are. As much as I knock Brian Cashman, we know he's one of the better general managers in the game. I can knock his moves all day, but I can also give him a pat on the back when I think he's right. And hell, if he feels like the moves he's making is going to give this team a chance to win, then do it. You know what I mean? I just want to see him do it, though. You know? I don't want to see them get, we got Alfredo Garcia. Nothing worked out. Nobody wants to hear that. This move was made because, like Sports Talker said, he's right. We got a deal, right? There's something out there that Brian Cashman knows the iron is hot. He knows the iron is hot. And there's something for his taking out there. There's something for him to grab a hold of. So we'll see. My friend just messaged me and said, "Nah, don't worry. They're gonna call up Adam Warren." Nah, that's not the only move, baby. That's not the only move, baby. I'm telling you. You think we get in Castillo? No, I mean, I wish I could put a poll on here. That would be great if YouTube did things where I can add a poll. I don't think I could do that. Well, hell, let me just ask you guys, right? Let's ask you guys that question. If you guys had to choose, what is the next deal the Yankees make? Throw it in the comments and I'll read them out there. I believe we're going to see a lot of the same name, but throw it out there and we'll see what you guys say. I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking. Got a Story out there. We got a Schwarber, Gallo, Andy, Story, Gallo, Kepler Berrios, Gallo, Kennedy, Gallo, a shortstop. Okay, for our assumptions, we'll see. Gallo, Story, Gallo, Story, Turner, Bobby Abreu, Johnny. You think you've been drinking a lot tonight? Gallo and Kennedy, Benintendi, Turner, Ketel Marte, Zach Gallen. Got some different names out there. Schwarber. Let's see. A Starter and Story. All right. All interesting. So, yeah, a lot of the same name that we all think, right? Gallo and Story. So, we'll see, man. Everybody hold tight and we'll see what happens. Yeah, Johnny, I think you've been drinking a little too much tonight, Johnny. Might have to get that bottle off. Your baby's been crying a lot, right? Keeping you up at night. You turn into the bottle. Put the bottle down, Johnny. Put the bottle down. Story and Blackman from Colorado. Jock from Atlanta. Man, you going all out, Brandon. You thinking like this is the Yankees from the 90s. Early 2000 Yankees. No playing Yankees. I don't know if they're the same ball club. I don't know if they're the same team. I don't know if they got that same mindset. Yeah, it probably is Wandy. It's probably Wandy again. Oh, Johnny, that's good. That's good, man. Trey Turner would be awesome. It's be a hell of a big deal, though. That would be a hell of a big deal because it's going to cost the Yankees a lot. It'll cost the Yankees quite a bit. It'll cost them quite a bit. Oh, I love Marte in pinstripes. I mean, you guys know we've all been talking about Ketel Marte for a while. Ketel Marte is awesome. So we'll see. So we'll absolutely see. That will be tremendous. That would be tremendous. But that's more of an off-season type thing. I don't believe that will be something that happens now. Oh, the Yankees sent out a little thank you to Luis Sessa. How cute. You guys think Justin Wilson will get the same thing? I don't think Wilson gets the same thing. But Cessa gets a little thank you from the Yankees. So cute. That's nice. Hey, man, Dan is spot on. So you guys know Dan Federico, right? I'm going to read a tweet. So, Dan, if you hear me shouting you out, guys, go follow Dan J. Federico. He said, I do think it's a sad state of affairs when you have to trade a top 4 reliever this season for a salary dump, and that salary is $2.85 million. I agree with him, man. I agree with him 100% on that one. And it's something that myself, Francis, everybody here, Sheffield Jr., Ozzie Guillen Jr., we all talked about, right? Is that, you know, baseball's a different game, man. The Yankees make a lot of friggin' money. You know, that payroll is nothing compared to what the Yankees make. You know, so they make a lot of money. To be doing something like that, wow. You know what I mean? You got to move one of the better relievers this year as basically a salary dump to potentially add somebody because of that. So you could make some assumptions out of this already, right? You could basically say that, well, Steinbrenner basically said, we're not going over. So figure out something. If we're adding somebody, if something makes sense, figure out something to stay in that in that range right there. We're not going to go over that. So that's basically confirmed. And you can confirm that with common knowledge because you don't just trade Cessa for nothing, right? You wouldn't do that. It doesn't make sense. So we'll see. Yes, MLB Marathon is very good. They're friends of mine. They have been right before. I'll be honest, I don't just look and say, hey, let me see if they were right on this. I don't do that stuff. But no, I've known them for a while, and I think they're excellent. I love the guys over there. So yeah, if you're not following MLB Marathon, go follow those guys also. And another thing too, if you guys are not following Francis Lee. If you're not following Arby, go follow Arby. Same thing with Joe, Austin, Felix. Follow the whole NY News team. Go follow all those guys out there. Pete, well, we need to fill those roster spots. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We got a game at what time tomorrow? Game is in the afternoon tomorrow, likely. Tomorrow is already July 28th. My God, 7:10. Good old nasty Nestor on the mound tomorrow. So we got the real ace of New York on the mound tomorrow. What would Gray, Story, and Blackman cost? A lot, but that's not going to happen. Should we be concerned about Britton? Well, one of the things we got to remember about Britton is that he hasn't pitched a lot this year. So who knows? What would okay? I just read the same damn thing. Be concerned about Britton? Yeah, exactly what I just said. Lauren said Killer Joe. Hey, Killer Joe's gonna be doing a lot of stuff soon. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna give nothing away. I'm not gonna give nothing away on Killer Joe. Look out for that man, okay? Look out for Killer Joe. Killer Joe's going to be doing some nasty things soon. Collab with John Boy or nah? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that'll ever happen, but for more reasons than one. But hey, believe it or not, I'm a nice guy. I laugh when I say it. Hey, I'm getting better every day, okay? Nah, man. I'm more than willing to work with anybody. As you guys can see, we're getting a lot of people on the show now. It's exciting. It's exciting. 161 River Ave. I'm not familiar with their stuff, but yeah, cool. Go follow them. Undoubtedly, go check them out. I'll check them out also. But yeah, and if anybody, I think I'm actually gonna be. I'm on a podcast tomorrow morning. At 9:30, I believe I'll be on a podcast. With Wetzel and his people. I forgot exactly what it's called. My bad. But we'll see. What's my deal with John Boy? It's not nothing bad. There was to sum it up. To be fair, and I think there is no denying any of this. It was along the same thing of you don't know anything, you don't know this, you don't know that, or you're lying, you want to be this person, and no, I don't, at all. And it was a back and forth. It was basically that I deleted a tweet and I never did, and then he confirmed that I never deleted it and wouldn't apologize, wouldn't be like my bad or whatever, and so yeah, guys, 161 River Ave is right there. Check him out. That's his YouTube right there. You go follow him right there. I just saw something I wanted to see. I liked your interview with NY Recaps. I appreciate it. Me and Derek from NY Recaps, we don't agree on everything. But we did a great interview together. He's a good guy. So yes, I can work with anybody. I can work with anybody. 161 River Ave, I'm checking you out. I am going to check you guys out. Matter of fact, might do this live. I can't do it from here, but no, I will certainly check you guys out. No doubt about it. The Yankees are staying under luxury tax so they can sign Roderick Arias. I don't know who that is. Am I confused? That is like somebody else from another sport? I don't know who that is. Let me double check one thing real quick. Cool. Okay. Sorry, guys. Gray and Story or Gray and Blackman. I think Gray and Story would probably not necessarily fit them better, but be good. Justin, I want to see that collab. What collab is that? Oh, is that the number one international prospect? I didn't know. I had no idea. Shortstop from the Dominican Republic. Okay, that's cool. It's like we said. It's like we said in the interview today with Eli. You know, prospects at the end of the day, like the hot girl in high school. You don't know what they're gonna look like in 10 years. So we'll see. We'll see. Aaron Boone, how long are you planning on pitching Nestor tomorrow? If Nestor gets in any trouble, probably a day or two, a couple of innings. Boone is quick with the starters. He's quick with the starters if he's even making those calls. 161 and Simonetti. Hey, I'm always open. I'm always down. I'm always down. I'm always ready and willing. I'm always ready and willing to work with anybody. What move do you see the Yankees actually making? Story. Yeah. Unless like I said, man, if there is some sort of Brian Cashman hiding in the bushes, I'm gonna pop out and get my prey type move, maybe there is. Maybe there is, but I think you put things together, right? Yankee fan, I appreciate that, man. If you guys are not following Eli Fishman, follow Eli Fishman. He's awesome. Eli is awesome. 161, message me. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but if you are, DM me if you can. If not, just at me and we'll chat. And yeah, we'll go from there. But I was just on something. Yeah, Eli was excellent. Twitter is blowing up with Story. Yeah, I mean, I believe that's gonna happen. And again, not confirmed on anything on my end. 132 is not times that I'll get any text or anything responded. Again, I'm not Buster Olney. I'm not all these other guys. Eli is on Twitter, yes. If you look at the tweets I put out today with the video, his handle's on there. But again, I'm not Buster and Ken Rosenthal and Passan and all these other guys. I don't have it like that, but I'm building up my base. Put it that way. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Hey, look. However he leans political is fine with me. I have no issues with anybody. That's the problem that we all have to get by, is that we can talk to anybody, no matter if we have different beliefs on other things. We can still talk and love baseball, right? Same thing with NY recaps. We have completely different thoughts on politics, but there's not room for that right now. You know what I mean? We're not talking about that. We're talking about baseball. We're talking about the Yankees, a team we love, and nobody's discussing anything like that. So I can talk and have a great time with anybody at any time. Yeah, definitely follow Eli. He's great. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way Volpe's getting dealt in a deal like that. There's no way. No way. Trust me. No way. No way on that one. You're trying that one with the wrong guy, baby. Do you think Judge or Torres get long-term big contracts in the future? Well, Judge is going to have to, right? I mean, I don't see the Yankees letting Judge go. I don't see the Yankees letting Judge go. They make too much money on Judge, too. People don't understand that. They make a lot of friggin' money off of Judge. A lot of money. To the point that Judge should have undoubtedly been signed already. They make a lot of money off Judge. Pete, do you see Voit being dealt? I think it only makes sense in the offseason that he will be traded. Just for many different reasons. We see how good DJ LeMahieu also looks at first base. He signed a long-term deal with this club. He's already locked in for a good chunk of change. Also, I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be the first baseman going forward. It only makes sense. Did I see Odor run through the sign? Yeah, and it worked out. You know what I mean? It worked out, so it's all good. Yeah, as long as Judge is healthy, he's gonna be good. Can we get some contact hitters or what? Hey, man, look, I'm there with you, bro. Look, I wanted, you guys know who I wanted on this club. You guys know I wanted Adam Frazier, right? Um, Goes over to the Padres, has a multi-hit game already. We get Ugats right now. So, you guys know who I wanted. You guys know who I wanted, right? I wanted Frazier on this club. No, Dominguez isn't going to be up next year. He's not going to be up next year. Dominguez could keep hitting and keep rising up, but he has things he has to work on. Eli did a great job of talking about that today. And a lot of what I reported too, he's confirmed. Basically too, that the guy, he's not a center fielder. Most scouts believe he will no way be a center fielder. Way too big for that role already. So he's either a left fielder or a right fielder. Got a cannon for an arm. So the closest offensive prospect the Yankees had that's a legitimate offensive prospect is Oswald Peraza. He's ready. He's right there. He is right there. And yeah, you should take your time with Dominguez. I think Dominguez could be up in 2. Guys could do a lot of different things. They can learn a lot. They can really show a huge increase over a year. So we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see where it goes. But out of all of those guys, Peraza's the guy who's there. No, Dominguez isn't coming up tomorrow. Dominguez needs to learn how to run the bases first and not fall over his feet. So I was actually just reading some text of what Gallo said, and yeah, it does kind of sound like he's basically saying, I guess this is it for me, right? It kind of reads that way, so I'll have to hear it and see, what his emotion looked like, but looks like a guy who's saying he's basically done and that's it. It's time to move. What would a dream trade be for you, Pete? I know we missed out on Frazier, but besides that, out of the guys available, it's a weird deadline, man. Okay, I'll give you a dream trade. I don't know who the hell is going to be there, but I would love to see Scherzer and Trey Turner on this team. Scherzer and Turner would be unbelievable. I think Max Scherzer on the Yankees would be so great, especially with the way that Tyone is pitching, especially with the way that that everybody is pitching. Montgomery's looking, Tyone's looking excellent. If you could have ever added a Max Scherzer on this club, then I'm gonna talk some smack. then I'm gonna talk some smack. And I'll give Cashman a pat on the butt on that one. If that was the type of deal that got done, let me tell you, that would be my dream deal. Adam Frazier, I think, would have just been so awesome. And yeah, Brian Reynolds would be great too. I just didn't see. I didn't expect anything like that to actually happen. So we'll see. I did not see MLB Marathon's tweet. No. Clint Frazier and Andahar being dealt? No. I haven't heard anything on that. Yeah, Clint Frazier's not in the greatest stage to be traded right now. You know, he got poor production and then obviously something going on with him that people are trying to figure out now. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Frazier's value's down. Heard anything on Max Kepler personally? No, just what's been out there. Oh, God. Over the hump, over the top. I'm so sick of hearing that. I hate that damn thing. I hate that thing, man. Over the top. This deal makes it over the top. Come on, you still got to play the games, don't you? It's not basketball, man. You can't get three all-stars and dominate. What are the odds we trade for Jose Barrios? In your personal opinion, if the Yankees got him, I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think Barrios is gonna be the guy. Hell, I'd be happy to be wrong on that one. Again, that's just my opinion. He would be excellent. The Yankees, if the Yankees could add a starter, that would be great. John Gray is very, very good. If he's part of that, that will be amazing. There's Gray would be great, and if you could get a deal with one club and maybe not give up a lot on separate deals, that would be excellent. No, I don't know who we're getting yet. If I had to guess, I would say Story. And that guess is solely off of things that I've been told over the last couple of days that I've reported on Twitter, that him and Gallo are the two names I hear about the most, and that yesterday they were indeed working on a deal. I had Ozzie Guillen Jr. on. I paused a couple of times. I got all these messages, and I told him the same thing right there. I said, yeah, it looks like, they are actually working to get somewhere. It wasn't like we're going to check in and see how it's going. No, they actually had traction. They actually had conversation of where, a deal could go. So with all that being said, with Sessa of all people, one of the better relief pitchers, being moved almost as a salary dump, put two and two together. And when I put two and two together for me, first thing that pops up for me is Story or Gallo, and I think Story is going to probably be that guy. Luis Castillo, I don't see that happening. I think that's more of an off-season move. That's more of an off-season move if you ask me. JV0. Sorry, my man. Yeah, at this point, you're just trolling by putting the same stuff out there. Just take it easy with everybody else. All we're doing is having a good time, my friend. So I gotta boot your ass out. I put that word together like bacon, egg, and cheese. Gotta boot your ass out. All right. So look, I've been a nice guy. Let you do it. Have a good time with everybody. But like the bacon, egg, and cheese, I gotta boot your ass out. All right. So I had to boot your ass out. Anyway. Could you see a Sonny Gray return? Nah. No, I do not see a Sonny Gray return. Guys, we're about to pass almost 250. So if you guys want to get that like up for me, we'll wait around for a little bit longer. I'm not going to wait too much longer. Like I said, got to be on a podcast in a few hours, actually, at 9 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully on that podcast we'll have a lot to talk about. It'll be Sleepy Pete on there. You feel Johnny had to boot his ass out. Do you see Rizzo for the Yanks? Nah, I don't. And guys, one of the things I do, and again, look, this is for everybody who has followed me from way back in the day. I know a lot of you have. I don't ever just throw a name out there to throw something out there. If I do, I'll say my opinion is, like I did with Frazier. My opinion of this is, but if I do have information on something, that information I put out there, and I stick to that, and that's all there is to it. A lot of these guys I haven't heard about. I haven't heard much with the Yankees connected, and that's also a thing that the Yankees do well. And I was saying that earlier. They are very much close-knit. They don't let a lot leak out. That's why things just pop up out of nowhere. That's why moves that were like, oh, shit, we didn't see that coming. Well, that's because nothing really leaks from their camp. Nothing leaks from their camp. The vampire sauce. Oh, shit. Vampire sauce, this is your time. It's nighttime, baby. Could turn into a bat, fly around, go find Cashman, see what he's going to do. I think a Kepler would make sense. It'll make sense, and he also, he's controlled very well. His salary is very nice, so he has a really, really good salary. Moving forward. Let me send this message real quickly. Dude said Dracula's here. Yeah, Johnny, Dracula. What's up, Vlad? What's up, Vlad? Put the Dracula emoji in there for the vampire sauce. Right there, the vampire sauce. There he is. Now he's praying. Look at vampires don't pray. Vampires can't pray. Pete, how are we supposed to go to sleep? Bro, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to choose my wife over you guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to go to bed soon. I'm gonna have to choose my wife over you guys. I love you guys deeply. Deeply I love you guys. But I gotta choose a wifey. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Kepler is, you look at his numbers, right? He doesn't walk a lot. He doesn't, he hits for power. He's a good outfielder. We see that. Vampire sauce, everybody lock your windows when you go to sleep. Fudge Network, be careful, baby. Be careful. It's see, Jesus, my friend, you know what I'm talking about. Come on. Yes, it is. Lawrence, it is. Yes, that is my wonderful fiance. She does our Spanish recaps. Something she wanted to do. So yes, that is her. Yeah, that's the king source on there. That's the It is, yeah. Excuse me. Woo. My Ajita is building up. Woo, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ajita is building up. Can I see Rizzo? No. Yeah, Lauren, she's taken. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. She is taken. Yankee fan? Yeah. She's she's becoming one. She's becoming a Yankee fan, yeah. All right, let's see, guys. I can't wait around too much longer, fellas. Let me just do one more check real quick. That's good. All right, that's all cool. Oh, Rizzo to the Sox? Yeah, I could definitely see Rizzo going to the Sox. No doubt. We wouldn't be together if she was a Red Sox fan. Imagine she had that Red Sox accent too. Oh, God, my car. Baby, I got to go to the car. Baby, let's go to the park. Baby, go fuck yourself. How's that? No, I can't. I could never do such a thing. Imagine a cheering for a Red Sox homer. Bogarts. Look at Bogarts. Like, go fuck off. No, I couldn't deal with such things. Never. Thoughts on the deal to get Story, Gray, and Givens? I don't see something that big happening. Cash is he's currently sleeping with the homeless. Yes. Cashman is sleeping with the homeless. He don't even know the deal's been done for Sessa and all that. He'll find out when he wakes up. Sounds like Jerry Remy. Yes, I was actually watching a game the other day, and I actually put the socks on to see what they were talking about. And that Jerry Remy he's Boston, man. He's Boston. You got to give him credit for that. He is Boston, so you can never knock him on that one. Oh, chowder heads. Hey, some good clam chowders. All right. Johnny, I ain't going to be here. Vampire Sauce is taking care of him. Yeah, he's gonna find him. Hey, Vampire Sauce, go find go go find out where Cashman's sleeping with the homeless and figure it out. Yeah, I mean, Ramon, Ramon, I agree with that, and it's something I talked about. I'm gonna get ready to wrap up here, guys. Too. We're gonna hit 2:00 any minute. Yeah, man, that's something I talked about at the beginning. Is at the end of the day, what I think Brian Cashman is doing is they're gonna want to do something where they're gonna go for it. They're not gonna admit defeat here. They're not gonna be 3.5 games out and go, well, we're done. Even when I said to retool, I never meant to sell. I meant you can actually build your club now and also go forward in the future. So I do believe that that's gonna what they're trying to do here is to say we have that shot, and even if it's a guy who we're not going to lock up long term now, there's a lot of benefits of getting him here before you got to sell him on things, because now he's selling himself on everything. He's already here. He's seeing what the clubhouse is like. He's seeing the difference between that and Colorado, right? He's seeing all those differences. So, yeah, that is still very, very big in my opinion. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But anyway, guys, I am going to be on a podcast tomorrow morning. Jonathan, I agree with you about the right-handed Batman. I do. I really do. But I think what Cashman is doing is seeing what is the best option for him out there for what they are willing to pay. And what they're willing to pay is not a ton. It's not a ton. So, we'll see. But I'm on a podcast tomorrow morning. I'll retweet that out when you guys are there. And probably we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. So, we'll have a lot of things to talk about tomorrow. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for everybody who has joined. I appreciate it so much. If you are in here and you have not shared or subscribed to this channel, please do so. If you have not shared it, share it. This is the best that you can find. You know what I mean? This is it. We're doing so much, and I'm telling you right now, guys, there's a lot more. There's a lot more coming on this page. A lot more. Anyway, you're gonna see all that, right? You're gonna see where all that stuff is coming. So, again, guys, subscribe if you have not. And like I said, we're gonna have a lot to talk about tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, have a wonderful night. I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Have a good night, guys.